Hey there, this is Mike getting ready to show you another short video. Hopefully it's only going to be a couple minutes long, but basically on the importance of a good ground clamp. We'll call it ground, but for welding, you could be welding positive or negative. So the return path, you know what I'm talking about, the clamp, and why it's so important. I have a lot of background in electricity. A lot of people don't understand that that's what welding's all about, current and electricity. And if you don't have a really good ground, you're not going to get a good weld. It's going to spatter, it's going to surge and pop, and it's not going to be that nice, steady, firm weld that you're hoping for. So it'll be a short video, and we'll take you to it if you get a chance. Like I said, subscribe to my channel, check out my other videos, and we'll talk to you in a bit. Bye. All right, so let's get on with this ground clamp. You see this? This is the standard return ground clamp, whatever you want to call it, on most cheap welders. This one came on my Harbor Freight titanium. But what I'd really want to show you is where the teeth come together. You see that? Just those two little points. They're each about 3/16 of an inch long. And that's it. Now, unless you happen to be going around something large, that's not much of a contact. And welding needs amperage, just like your car battery. You got jumper cables to jump start your car. You see how thick those are? Could you imagine trying to jump start your car with one of these? It wouldn't happen, right? It couldn't handle the current. Well, those two little teeth just touching each other like that, they can't hold much current either. So that's why we want to get better ground clamps. Something like this, where there's a whole flat plate touching your metal. Whether it's on, the side or something. But you want to get as much current as possible and get it as close to your weld as possible. I also have another one here. This one I use on tubes, anything round. This is an extension to my table, but assuming I was working on like tubing, go like that, make a good connection. That right there is about 10 times more surface tension than that little bits there, and about as much as that. And that's why I also modified my welding table with this big copper brass piece and a DINS plug, and this cable here has a DINS on it, so I can plug that into my welder, and the whole table is the return path, the ground path, whatever you want to call it. And then I can also take one of these, plug it into here. There we go. And now, besides having the table grounded, I can also ground this to the actual piece I'm welding to, and now I have even a better ground. The piece I'm welding's on the table. This is also on it if possible. You want to get as much ground as possible, or return path, whatever you want to call it. Same with my vise. I have it sanded underneath, so it's clean metal to metal contact, bolted down. And then when this is hooked up to the welder, I can put a piece in here, and it's got a great ground, and I can weld while it's in the vise. And if I want, I might even hook this back up to here and hook that up to the piece I'm working on if necessary. Same with a pipe or whatever. And one thing that really drives me nuts is when a person thinks that they have their welding table and they're ready to weld. Let's just assume that this is a piece of metal that they're going to weld. They just lay it on the table and they say, "Oh, see, I got an electrical connection." You do. It sucks, but you do have an electrical connection. Besides using the table, even if it's a nice flat piece, you should still take your ground clamp and somehow attach it to the piece that you're working on. You want to get as good of a ground as possible. And that's what it's all about. If you don't have a good one, even my extension table here, I have it bonded. So it's grounded here too, whether I'm using it for plasma cutting, which I use this mostly, or just as an extension because I have a long piece that I'm welding. You want everything to be electrically bonded, connected, but most of all, you want good ground clamps. I use this for tubes and pipes and weird shaped things, so it gets a really good contact on it. This for any type of flat piece, whether it's thick, thin, whatever. And like I said, if I'm going to weld and I'm going to use the table, I'll have the piece of metal laying on the table. Just grabbing a piece. This aluminum wouldn't weld it, but so yeah, people say, oh yeah, I got a good ground there. I would still clamp it so it's really hard on there, and if possible, even use my ground clamp, assuming this was a good one, on there too. You want to get the best. So now there's going to be some of you out there saying, Mike, I don't want to spend $20 on a ground clamp or 15 or 30. If this is what came with it, is there a way I can make this better and more useful? Yeah, actually you can. So remember I say we got the tables all grounded, it's all working good. Let's say, for instance, that you took one of these clamps or whatever, and you were, putting this in place, and it was locked down, because you wanted it, and like I said, you wanted to get a good connection, right? And so you got it nice and firm. You got a better ground now because of that. It's pushed on the table rail. Let's say this is your ground clamp because it's the cheap one, but like you said, we know that it doesn't get a really good connection. You can connect it to here. See, now look at what you've done here. You've given this a really good connection. It's not just the teeth anymore. So if you have to deal with this, improvise. Do that, but you don't want to just do this, right? Because now you're back to just those two little teeth again, right? Making contact. And that's not going to give you a lot of good current. But that'll give you good current. Now you can't always do something like this, but if you're going to keep the cheap return ground clamp that's on most cheap welders, or any welder actually, most of them don't come with a good one, do something like this and boom, now you're done. You got a good ground, even if you don't have a, a good bar like I did. Let's say you just have your regular ground clamp. This goes right to the welder, remember? And you didn't do the modifications I did. Boom, by doing this here, you've got this to here, and the bottom side to here. You've got the table, everything's a really good solid ground now. Anyway, that's my recommendations on grounding. I think it'll come in handy for you. And if you have any questions, drop me a line. Check out my my channel. You'll see more stuff on welding, plasma cutters, air compressors, cars, trucks, tools, whatever. Anyway, have yourself a good one. Take care. Bye.